Hello, my friends, a new interview, and today with a great guest, Fred Leclercq from Sinsaenum and bass player of Creator. Hello, Fred, how are you? How was your day so far?
Hello, Dennis. My day is okay. I'm exhausted mentally. The album's coming out in a couple of days now. I still have some shows with Creator. I'm in the process of buying a house, and it's like a big mental charge, like the whole thing piled up. Because when you work on an album for that long, and I've been working on this for 7 years, it's like a love and hate relationship, and now that it's coming to an end and for it's coming out and then it's not mine anymore, it's not ours anymore. It's a
Yeah.
bit of a it's something emotional about it. So I guess all of that, yeah, it's heavy on me, but it's fine. Apart from that, it's sunny and yeah.
It's sunny day, yeah. Yeah, we have sun too here in South Germany, Stuttgart. But last week I
Yeah,
was
there's a
in
sun
Wacken.
behind you. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that's
Yes, you see.
yeah.
I was last week in Wacken open air and it was
Ah,
really rainy.
yeah, a lot
Oh,
of mud. Yeah.
and a lot of mud. It was crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we were there. We played that 2 years ago with
2 years
Creator,
ago,
and it was just
yeah.
like so muddy. It was
It
horrible.
was, yeah, it was almost the same. But this year I
Almost.
think was worst.
Oh, this year was worse.
Yeah, I think in
Oh,
my
damn.
opinion it was a little bit crazier.
I don't know how you could make it worse because it was really horrible. Like, we could see like people like trying, like the crowd was still going for it. They were
Yeah,
still
yeah,
trying to do like circle pits and whatnot, but their boots were like getting, stuck into the mud, and it was just like even for us, like to walk around just to go from the bus to the backstage area was just
yeah,
like a
yeah.
nightmare. We had to buy boots actually. We bought like, rain boots. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Fred, the main topic of our interview is your new record, in Devastation, which is coming out August 8th,
Yeah.
this Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, can you tell us briefly what fans can expect from this record? What is coming our way?
Briefly. Um,
Briefly.
yeah, well, I mean, it's death metal. I guess that's the main genre, like if you need to describe it. But there's more to it. There was no limitation this time in terms of genre. Like if I wanted to add, like, or if we wanted to add, clean vocals or like long melodic solos, and so we just like threw them in the pot. And I guess as a result, this is the most uh us, like that's I guess it defines the personality of the band more than ever. And obviously, like everybody, every band's gonna tell you this, but this is the best album to date. But I really think it is, and I guess yeah, I guess this is our best album. But that's the, I don't look behind and trying to replicate something. I guess it's still an evolution, but I guess with this one we just like, yeah, we did it right. And it took a long time to come out because we had to go through several, personal issues and
Mhm.
losses and whatnot. But it gave us time to actually, step back and make sure that everything was fine. And we're very happy with the result. I'm very happy with the result.
Yeah, yeah. It's been 7 years since your last record, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell how this one came to life this time?
No, no.
No.
Yes. I started to write the music shortly after the world tour, the half the world tour we did with the band. So I started in, say, 2019. But at
Mhm.
the same time, there was a lot going on in my life, and there was no pressure because we had to do the first album. The first album came out in 2016. Then we couldn't tour for it. So we felt like, we want to make the fan, wait, and we need to give them something. So we had to work on an EP and then to work on a second album. And then we went on tour, and all of that was exhausting. Like it was like a lot of work, together with what I was doing on the side because I was still in Dragon Force. So once we once we did that half the world tour, and we just stopped, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take my time, and then I'm gonna make a good third album, and blah blah blah. But at the same time, I had to work on a Dragon Force album.
Mhm.
I joined Creator. I John Lablast, we released an album, and I'm a Hero as well. So I was working on all of that. So Sinsaenum was just like, I was working on stuff, but taking my time. And then my father died in 2020. So
Mm.
there was COVID as well before that. Sorry. So there
Okay,
was
okay,
COVID.
okay.
My father died. And then Joey died. Joey Jordison
Yeah,
died in
Tony.
21.
Mm.
So all of that, made it like, I don't know, I felt not very inspired. And I'm glad I started working on the songs before that because I had most of the material done around that time. So when Joey passed away, we talked about it with the rest of the guys, and we said, okay, we're gonna carry on and dedicate the album to him. And obviously, for me, it was like also dedicated to my father. And I guess that gave us the energy to to get back in it. But at the same time, I was extremely busy with Creator because we released an album, and
Yeah.
so I've been traveling the world since then, since Hey to Alice came out,
Mm.
and I needed to find the right time to put out the album so we could actually do some shows afterwards, which is what we're gonna do later this year, like a small run, but at least make sure that there's no touring cycle or no new creator album or whatever. So with all of that in mind, that's why it took so long for the album to come out. So yeah, there's been a lot happening in my life at least.
Mm, okay. What would you say is the biggest difference to your previous albums? The new one and the previous ones?
Like I said, I guess there was no there was no agenda. That's what I've been saying in other interviews, but yeah, because you never really analyze that before you start doing interviews or doing promo for a new album. I
Mm.
personally don't think about it like, oh, this is like I'm doing my third opus and this is like influence from. I just do what I feel what's right. But analyzing this, stepping back a bit and trying to analyze, I figured the first album was like a love letter to the genre. It was also my personal first step into the
Yeah.
extreme music for the world to see. I had done that privately and but never on a big scale like an album release and blah blah. So I wanted that to be right. I wanted because I was that guy from Dragon Force, so I wanted the guy from Dragon Force to actually show people that I knew my shit. So and also that was a love letter because I wanted to hear an album that Pestilence, Morbid Angel, Carcass, and Tomb both throw a combined with T-Side and some others and some
Mm.
black metal influences. So that's what I wanted to hear. The second album was more like trying to incorporate some groove elements, and I was angry at. I was pissed off at the time. I was angry. So that was trying to express that. I was trying to express hatred and disgust. And the album Repulsion, the title Repulsion for Humanity, the cover is brown like shit. It's just like it was evil. It's
Yeah,
green on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
just angry. And for this one, I guess even though there's the grief, the sadness of what happened in my life, in our lives during those 7 years, but this is not what it's expressing musically. I guess musically, like I said, despite this, it was more like I just wanted to write something that I like, that based on what we had done before. So I guess, touring, you realize that people like, they like Final Result, they like Army of Chaos, so they like the sort of the shorter, more straight to the point songs, but they also like Inverted Cross, for example. So you put that at the back of your head. And also, like I said, I just wanted to make a good album. So I felt like, oh, I want to incorporate like longer solos. I don't feel like those solos need to be like Morbid Angel and like Atonal and whatnot. If I want to do like a Pantera vibe solo, like in the song Buried Alive, let's go for it. So if I want to put like clean vocals, Sean, are you up for it? Yes. Okay, let's fucking do it. So that's how it came about. So I guess the main difference is just like this is more us because there was no, yeah, there was no agenda. It was more like, put everything that we have and make it our own. So I guess this
Mhm.
is why this is the most personal album in that sense, like the sense of identity, I guess, by no limitation. If that makes sense? Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay, and what did you choose this title for this album? What's the meaning behind it?
So, well, I guess it serves several purposes at the same time. First and foremost, I like the song. I think that that song, the song in Devastation, defines us in 25, I guess. The format of the song, that sense of melody, the riff, the solo, just like it's a good image or a good what's the word? Like a steel or of what we are.
Yeah.
So and I wanted to start. It was just like, okay, you start the album with this one, so let's use that title. And also, it on a personal level, it sort of defines my life these last few years. Devastation, so
Mhm.
unrelated to the lyrics of the song. So the
Okay,
songs are
okay.
dealing with something else, more about society and whatnot. But that
Mm,
title was just like it encaptures. Yeah, how I've been feeling, how I'm still feeling, like several things in my personal life. So devastation is rather, fitting in that sense. And the fact that we also mourning, our drummer, uh,
mm,
our light guy, Fred. The album is also dedicated to him,
mm.
and my father. So I guess it was just like it just made total sense. And like I said, the song itself doesn't deal with this. That the
Yeah,
song is
yeah,
not
yeah.
talking about my personal life, but I guess it's just like it made sense,
Okay,
and
okay.
and the cover, the artwork which you have behind,
Yeah, yeah.
is a good. Um, we asked Travis Smith, who worked on Repulsion for Humanity as well. He also
Hmm.
worked on Amahiru, but he also worked in the past with Death, Nevermore, Opeth.
Okay.
Yeah, and got introduced to him by Joey.
Hmm.
So that it made sense to work with him as well. And I just said, okay, the album is going to be called In Devastation. What do you have? You already have like existing stuff. And he said, as a matter of fact, I have like a few existing pieces uh, that Joey liked at the time. And I was just like,
Hmm.
okay. And I think that one was great because it's like quite the opposite of what you would expect from In Devastation. You would imagine like something exploding and just like
Yeah, yeah.
devastated. But this is more about like, introspection, self-reflection, and just like that main character gazing into this, and just like there is a sort of sadness and grandeur, and I don't know, and I think it's just like everything fits perfectly in my head at least. So at least I am happy, and I guess that's what matters.
Yes, I think
That's
so.
how it starts, and we're all happy with the
Yeah,
artwork. I think it's beautiful. So
it's beautiful. It looks absolutely great. Yeah, yeah.
well, you wouldn't have that in your room, really, if
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's talk a bit about the songs. I have picked my three favorites for now. Let's start with the opener. You say already something about it in Devastation. It's a great one. It's a great opener. But I think you told a little bit of that song. I don't know. Should I ask about next song one,
no, I mean,
or you want to say something else about
well,
this
I
one?
mean, yeah, it's a good yeah, like I said, it's a good uh, mm, business card, if you will, of like this is Sinsaenum in
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
25.
yeah,
Some of the songs do that as well, like Obsolete and Broken could also be like a good like
yeah.
this is us. But this one is kind of with that intro which has like a sort of modern-ish sound to it, and just like
Mhm.
it has a vibe, but it also goes back into that sort of like in the middle section it has like more typical death metal vibe, and I think it's very catchy. Like I said, straight to the point. You have the chorus. Attila is very present in the chorus, and I guess that was interesting also to start with this,
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
though Attila is part of the band, but he's not there when we play live, and people are always like, "Where is he? He's in the cover, he's in the booklet, but he's not on the promo pictures. What's
Yeah,
happening?
yeah.
Why?" And and I think it's funny for us. We're just like, haha, no one knows, but at least he's there in that chorus, and I think it's just like gives a different vibe to it, and yeah, I think it was the perfect song to start the album with. So there
Mhm.
you go. But I'm glad you picked that one.
Yeah, yeah. But my absolutely favorite track for now is Shades of Black.
Aha.
It's great.
Yes.
It sounds very great.
So the reason we didn't do a video for it is quite simple. Is because the lyrics deal with it's rape. It's like it's about a girl who's seeking revenge.
Mm.
And I just didn't. This is a subject like it's easy to talk about because that makes total sense. Like, she wants revenge, she seeks revenge. But I didn't want to portray this in a wrong way because that's not something we've experienced in the band, and I didn't want to, I didn't want to do that the wrong way visually, So rather than do something wrong, and I was just like, okay, let's leave it.
Okay,
We're talking about,
okay.
you know what I mean? Like it's
Yes, I know.
easy to, and you would have people nowadays like you would,
Hmm.
you know, so
Nowadays, it's
ways to
yeah.
get something wrong, and even though
Yes,
like our
yes.
intentions are quite pure, just like she seeks revenge makes total sense, but you don't want to sexualize this, or you don't want to. So we left it. We're just like, that's fine. But the song itself, musically, and that's what matters always to me is the music. Um, yeah, the intro, the acoustic intro comes from the fact that I was listening to Tiamat quite a lot at
Oh,
the
okay,
time.
okay.
So I just felt like, oh, that the song started straight with the riff, and I'm just like, this is something's missing. And then I remember the album, the Astral Sleep, with like has a lot of those acoustic
Yeah, yeah,
intros. I'm
yeah.
just like, I feel something like this. So that was my tribute to them, so to speak.
Okay,
Then and
okay.
then the song had at the beginning had a very different chorus, and I was just like, this is great, but we need something that I feel like the need to put something very catchy, like something that if we play that in vacuum, people go like fist
Yeah.
in the air, and I think it has that. It's like very anthemic, like it feels like an
Yes.
anthem, and which is like I'd say quite unusual for death metal because to me there's always like a thin line. I don't want my death metal to be too melodic and too. I have my ways of defining death metal. If it's too melodic or too obvious, I don't like it. I like when it's just like there's always an edge. And I think to me this is the limit. This is like as far as it goes in terms of like melodic, because it's still not happy or too obvious. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like super obvious and super melodic, and I'm wrong. But to me, in my book, this is acceptable. So so because I could name bands that I think for me they're called death metal, but it's not. It's like it's good, but it's not what I call death metal.
Yeah.
And this is just like right at the edge of acceptable death metal.
Okay.
That's how I see it. And yeah, and it's I guess it's short and sweet. The solos are not too long, and it's like a nice middle section. And yeah, that's my definition, and I'm glad you picked that one as well.
Yeah, I would love to hear it live someday.
Yeah, yeah, but I think we should. It's very yeah.
You have to play this one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We don't have not much time. Okay, but um,
There was a
last
third song.
goodbye. 3 minutes. Yeah, third last goodbye. I think it's very personal, maybe, or am I wrong?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it started differently. Like everybody, that's what I keep saying. With everybody was still alive when we started writing the songs. Not
Oh,
the
okay,
lyrics.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So it was just like an emotion. We just wanted to expand on the shown experimenting with clean vocals, and that's what I had in mind. And there was like a sadness. There was a sadness to it, but that had no no root to that actual sadness. And obviously after what happened, it made total sense to make the song about grief and depression and suicidal tendencies and whatnot. So it is very personal, and that's the song on the album that deals with the loss of the people that I've been mentioning already. So yeah.
Mhm. Okay, Fred. After release on Friday, and what are the plans? Live plans, or are you gonna do some new video for this record?
We've released 3 videos so far, which is
Yeah.
pretty good. We have been working on a lyric video that might come out, sometime maybe before the tour, because yes, we do a small tour. Like I said, I have a very busy schedule, and we found out about that small gap that we have, that I have in October, but we found out pretty late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to call people, try to find like some shows, to book some shows, but still the band was still not announced, and we hadn't done anything in 7 years. So it was sort of starting from scratch, just like, hey, we're that band from 7 years ago. We have a new drummer, and we'd like to do some shows. Okay, do you have anything we can listen to? No. No, we can't tell you who the drummer is either. Blah blah blah. So so we just took it easy. Like I do enough, I do a lot of big shows with a creator, and that's great. So for this one, it's more like we're all gonna go in a van and do some like sweaty shows, and this is cool too. I'm actually looking forward to it. So we do UK, France, Spain, and Portugal. So we do that for like 2.5 or 3 weeks, and then we'll see. It's hard to gauge because, for example, the shows that we did, even though like the medias and the fans seemed to like the first two albums, the shows we did in Germany were not that great attendance wise. So there's no point for us. The album is not out, or wasn't out. Well, it's not out now,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't definitely not out when we were trying to book shows. So it was difficult for us to just like, well, let's go back there. So I guess we making that run for now, and then we see if people enjoy the album as much as I do, as much as you do, I hope. And then maybe we'll do some more in probably January or whatnot. So we'll see about that. Yeah.
Fred, thank you for the interview and congratulations on your record. And it turned out great. And I'm sure Joe and your father are very proud of you for this record. Yeah,
Thank you
thank you.
very much.
And I think we will see you somewhere on tour.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
for
you for your
the
time and thank you
time.
for the interview, Fred.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Take care. Bye
Have a
bye.
nice